everyone! In this week's recipe, we're making a very popular pickle with mustard greens. There's no vinegar in this recipe. We allow the natural fermentation process to make these mustard greens deliciously crunchy and tart. These pickles are really easy to make and make a wonderful side dish for any meal. To make these pickles, we need mustard greens, white onion, water, salt, brown sugar, and a large jar. We start by cutting the ends off the mustard greens and then separating the leaves. We inspect the greens and trim off the areas that are broken or bruised, or parts of the leaf that are yellow or eaten by bugs. Next, wash the greens with cold water, making sure to rinse away the dirt that collects on the ends. Give the leaves a good shake to remove as much of the water as possible. Place the mustard greens in several large colanders. We can also spread the mustard greens out on several kitchen towels. Now we allow the mustard greens to dry and wilt overnight. In the morning, the leaves are dry and wilted, and we can continue with the next steps. In a medium saucepan, bring the water to a boil and then allow it to cool. Now let's wash our jar with soap and hot water. It's important that we clean it thoroughly. Any contamination will cause the pickles to wilt and not be crunchy. To dry and sanitize the jar further, pop it in the microwave for 1 minute. We cut the mustard greens and separate the leaves from the stem. Then we cut the leaves into sections about 2 to 3 inches wide and about 1 to 1.5 inches long. We also cut the stems into small pieces, approximately 1-inch sections. Let's be sure to place the stems and leaves in separate bowls. The onion just needs to be cut into thin slices. Separate the onions and add it to the bowl with the stems. The water we boiled earlier is cooler now, but should still be warm for this next step. Pour the water into a large measuring cup. Add the brown sugar, salt, and stir to dissolve everything. Fill the jar with the leaves first. Alternate a layer of leaves with a layer of onions. Spread the leaves evenly inside the jar. We may need to pack them down a bit to make sure everything fits. Now we put the stems into the jar. The stems are heavier and will help hold down the leaves. That's why we place the leaves on the bottom and the stems on top. Because the veggies have a tendency to float to the top of the jar, we're going to make a weight to keep them under the liquid. Take a small resealable bag and fill it with 1 cup of water. Remove the air from the bag and then seal the bag shut. Place the smaller bag inside a larger resealable bag. Seal the larger bag as well. The double bagging is to ensure the water from the smaller bag doesn't leak into our pickles. Pour the pickling liquid into the jar. Place the bag of water inside the jar. Make sure the bag covers the vegetables and keeps them under water. If the jar has a metal lid, cover the opening with plastic wrap first, then seal using the lid. Place the jar by a sunny window and allow the mustard greens to ferment for a few days. We can eat the pickles as early as 3 days after fermenting. At this time, they will be crunchy, slightly tart, and spicy. I like my mustard greens after 5 days of pickling. The greens are now more of a yellow color. They are crunchy and nicely tart. The pickles become more sour the longer we allow them to ferment. To stop the fermentation process, simply place the pickles in the refrigerator. The pickled mustard greens are delicious with this savory dish, braised pork and eggs. Looking for more New Year's recipes? Check out this special playlist for some easy how-to videos. Hi, I hope you've enjoyed this easy how-to video. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to post below. For full recipes, check out runawayrice.com. I work on new recipes each week, so please subscribe to my channel to stay tuned. This is Trang wishing you good eating and good health. Thanks for watching.